Welcome to the second video in our Supervate tutorial series. I'm James, one of the creators of Supervate, and I'm going to show you how our all-in-one business development platform can help you develop and validate better business ideas. This video will focus on Supervate's virtual prototyping system. If you haven't watched our first video on our AI micro-interaction system, you can find it in the description. Let's get started. Okay, so we're in the video 2 of this series looking at Supervate's functionality. Today we're going to be looking at virtual prototypes. Before we do, we'll take a quick look at what we've done so far in the project. So this project was created, it's an AI-driven personalized matchmaking concierge, and that was for events networking. So we can see that in the idea space shortlist. We can see we've shortlisted 3 customers to focus on. We've thought about 5 of their problems, and we've created 3 solutions. The next thing we're going to do is build a virtual prototype for this project. So I'm going to click into the prototype section. We can see now some items that we can select from the shortlists that we'd created earlier. So I'm going to tick some of those, and I'm going to tick generate. So what's happening now is the system is going to create an image of our app. It's also going to come up with a name, price, details, things like the benefits and the specifications. These are things a bit like flipping a coin. They can help us sort of see how we feel about them. It might help us decide what kind of name we do want. And so once this is built, we're going to have a look into it now. Okay, great. So we clicked into our prototype and we can see we've got the name, we've got a description, we've got an image of some people with some graphics, and they've got the UI screens of the app on their phones. We can see the price. Maybe that's the price for the exhibition to use this system. We've got some product details, so benefits and features, specifications and target market there. We can view this in preview mode as well when we're showing people for feedback. So we can edit this, and we can edit the name and the description. We could change the price. Maybe we want to charge the delegates $10.99 a month, and maybe we want to delete some of these benefits and we could edit them. We can edit the specifications. And we can also edit the image. So let's have a look at this image. Maybe we could say, show the phone screens on their own with a plain color background floating in the air. Okay, so we can create different types of images with this system. Again, using Nano Banana, it's got this fantastic ability to take things from images and sort of edit them while keeping certain areas the same, which is what really stands it apart from other image models. We can see the hand has come through there. So let's just remove the fingers. Okay, so, it does get things wrong sometimes. So you might want to just be a bit patient with it. So there we go. We've got the fingers removed, and we can see there the image now on its own, which is great. So what we're going to do now, let's try and take a sketch that I made earlier. So if I click on my sketch, here's my very crude wireframe of my design. So let's go and write, this is a wireframe of an app. Wireframe's one word. On the back of a napkin. Okay, that app is personalized matchmaking concierge for events. Okay, so on this wireframe, the top has a picture of the user. In the middle is a map of the emphasize with information that comes on. The bottom is a menu. Make an image of the final app screen of this wireframe. Perfect. So yeah, we can bring things into the system. We could bring in sketches on the back of napkins. We could bring in much better jobs done in things like Figma. We could bring in photos or whatever we want that we're going to work from when we're creating things in our prototyping area. So when this one's created, we can see how there's different ways that we can create aspects of our design, and we can also then continue to iterate those. So here's our screen. We've got our 4 menu items at the bottom. We've got our map here, and we've got our person at the top. Great. So this is really useful. We could also then ask for create a sign up page for this app. So we can create other pages for our app. We can use it to kind of tweak the pages we've already made, or we can create other pages. So it's got the name there, event match. Let's just go back and remind ourselves what the name was, match point. So let's just change that name change the name to match point. Maybe I'll capitalize that to help it out. Okay, and what we're going to get now is another image. Once we've got all our images that we want, we can untick the images that aren't part of the design. So maybe we want this one, that one, and maybe we want those ones. Perfect. So when we're happy with our prototype, we can save. We can also try the whole thing again with some different settings and see what comes through from the AI. But we can see here we've got all the different images that we've created that we want to show people. So we've got a great selection that we can get feedback on. So there we go. We've got a prototype made very quickly, but we've also been able to get involved in the process. Part of the reason it was so quick was because the powerful AI tools we're using enable us to make things much quicker. What we're going to need to do next is we're going to want to show this to people to get feedback. And in order to do that, Supervate provides a number of tools, which we're going to be looking at in the next video, which looks at Supervate's analysis tools. And they include things like customer interviews and business analysis and looking at existing alternatives. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to trial Supervate at your organization, email hello@supervate.ai and we will help you get started. You can also support the project and keep up to date with the latest features and offers by clicking follow or subscribe. You can find links to all our other videos on Supervate in the description. Let's give students and startups the skills and tools they need to create better businesses in the AI age with Supervate. Thanks again for watching.